Hello, thank you for tuning in. Once again, this is a night video, so you're seeing me under the light of a flashlight. That's why the picture may be a little grainy. This video is about perfection. I just wanted to say, perfection is an illusion. People who think that they are perfect and do not make mistakes are delusional. I've worked in jobs before where my employer approached me and acted as though I should be able to perform my job flawlessly day in and day out. Well, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I don't know a single human being who doesn't. It's called being human. I tell those people who say to me that I cannot make those sort of mistakes, then you should have hired a robot. And the funny thing is, even robots break down and they make mistakes. So, again, perfection is an illusion. And anybody who thinks that they've achieved perfection because they're smarter than other people, or because they have advanced technology, or because they can resolve a lot of problems that they've encountered, they are delusional. They're forgetting that the human element is the element that makes mistakes. It's a part of who we are. Imperfection is what makes us different and special in many ways. The learning process helps a lot. No matter how much you learn, though, you are still going to make mistakes. I recognize that I'm not perfect. In some of my relationships, I've said to my girlfriends, I'm not perfect. And they were astounded. They said, that's funny. I never hear guys say that to me in my other relationships that I've had. And I think to myself, well, most guys, unfortunately, are under the illusion that they don't make mistakes, or that they can't make mistakes. Or at least they have such an ego that they don't want to admit that they've made a mistake. I, however, will admit that I've made mistakes. I do ask that people do not beat me over the head with that mistake or hold it against me time and time again, because that will eventually wear down and destroy a relationship. Anyways, this video is simply to say, I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. I'm not looking for special attention. I'm just trying to get a message out. That message is very important. More and more people are waking up to the information that I provide. Not only about the synthetic telepathy implants, but also about the peace sign, what it's supposed to look like. The real peace sign is actually a symbol that comes from two separate symbols. The symbols are a tree and the sun. The peace sign was created when a meditator who was meditating on sunlight by looking at the sun through the leaves of a tree in order to break down the sun so that only small portions of the light from the sun were getting directly to their eyes. This is what prevented them from burning their retinas. They didn't have convex mirrors back then, so they sat under a tree and used the leaves of the tree to break down the huge roundness of the sun into smaller sections that they could actually stare right at. Much the same as what I do when I meditate on a convex mirror. In the evening, the sun set. The meditator moved away from the tree and watched the sun set behind the tree. They used the stalk of the tree and the branches to break up the sun in the background, not realizing that once the sun gets that low to the horizon, that it no longer will burn your retinas. However, most people realize and know that when the sun comes down on the horizon, the curvature of the atmosphere lenses the sun so that it becomes very large on the horizon. The meditator was watching the sun set behind a tree, and that's when they saw the symbol, the two-part symbol which they call the life symbol, the symbol of the tree inside the sun. That is what the peace sign is. It's a tree inside the sun, and it was referred to as the life symbol. Back then, things were very simple. If the tree inside the sun represented life, when they flip the symbol upside down, it represents death. So remember that when you go into a store and you spend money, which for many people is known as the root of all evil, that somebody has purposely created an environment where the only symbol you can buy in a store is the upside down life symbol. Later it was adopted as the peace symbol. But I want people to understand, originally it was a life symbol. It's a spiritual symbol. It was developed by a meditator. And when it's upside down, it means the opposite of life. Unfortunately, that's the only symbol you can buy in a store. And they don't want you to know the truth about what it means. That you're actually displaying the opposite of life when you have the symbol displayed upside down on your clothing or bags or shirts or hats. Keep that in mind. Feel free to do your research. I don't know how much information you'll find about this, but it is a known fact to meditators who are serious about meditation, specifically the monks in Tibet that live in the Himalayan mountains in the temples. Thank you for watching, and always remember, perfection is an illusion. We all make mistakes. Thank you for watching.